G'day Coast to Coast fans, Thumper here. Dommy Sheed joined Oscar and myself earlier today, punched out a quick little chat. But in even better news, we've got a couple more teammates joining us later in the week. So 2 episodes in the one round. Get around it. Get your questions in. Loving your interactions. Look forward to your company then. We've got Dommy Sheed for the first time into this radio studio. Honestly, was asking reception for directions. So it's good he made it here. He's 8 games off life membership, Premiership player, and a Kalgoorlie icon. We got him here in one piece. Welcome to Coast, Dom.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, you must be running out of players if you're asking me to come up here, but I'm finally here, mate, after 9 years. Cheers for that.
Mate, you'd be high on the hit list. I just thought there was absolutely bugger all chance we'd ever get you up here. And as you said, walking up, I can't believe I'm doing this.
I know.
You must be struggling in life to want to come up here and do the potty with us.
Oh, I know. I don't have much going on at the moment, so this is probably my highlight for the week so far, lads. So can't wait to get stuck in with you.
Might as well touch on it. What are you up to at the moment? Obviously out for the rest of the season. What's your program looking like at the moment?
Yeah, it's a bit slow going at the moment with my sort of stresses in my leg. I just had to have sort of 8 weeks off doing nothing. So I'm about to start running in a week or so, and then from there I'll build. But, there's no rush with the build considering that I won't be playing again this year. So we'll be taking it nice and slowly.
Before we go into the depressing topics that is 2022, Dommy, it's been a topsy-turvy year, I reckon you'd put it, because she started with a bit of a bang. You've got married in the off-season, right?
Yeah.
You think everything's rosy. I'm going to set myself up an absolute ripper here. So let's just go back to the wedding and give me some details. She was down south, wasn't it?
Yeah, down south. We got married at Vas Felix, Feb 11, I think. I should probably know that date.
Memory,
but Feb 11. That was good. That was middle of pre-season, so snuck a couple of days off training there. And
is that hard to finagle? Or is that like, it's my wedding, hopefully it's only happening once?
Yeah, only happening. Well, I'd like to think it's only happening once. So, especially with the cost involved with having a wedding, I'd like to think it's only once.
So the down south venue's a high price one, is it?
Oh, well, all weddings are, aren't they, at the moment? So we only did it quite small. We had 65 people there and just real intimate down. Stayed down there for a few nights. It was nice, mate. But, ticked that box in the end.
Just on that, so tell me some of the boys that did go along. And then was it hard creating a differential between, I want some of these teammates to be here, but like I've got to cap it. I'd love to have 20 of them, but can't.
Yeah, well, through sort of family circumstances, we had to sort of pump out a wedding fairly quickly. So the only venue we could really find that we wanted was 60 people. So had to be pretty cutthroat with the invite list. But
why you keep looking at me, mate?
But we had a pretty decent sized Bucks party and hens party, and
that was the make good, was it?
Yeah, that was the make good.
Well, what'd you do for the Bucks then?
Mate, I went down south for a couple nights. Yeah, went and stayed at Nanga Bush Camp.
Yeah, I've done a Bucks at Nanga Bush Camp, and I think it's the best venue ever to do it in. It's just a lock-in, really.
It's just great. You just wake up the next day and swim by the lake, and there's no one else around apart from you and your mates. So that was good fun.
You been to Nanga Bush Camp before?
Oh yeah, I went in year 10. Like we used to do our school Nanga Bush Camp down there. What was your wedding dance song, mate?
Nah, so that was my one request was we don't do a wedding dance.
Bull.
Nah, mate.
So you didn't do one?
We did it differently. So we didn't have groomsmen and bridesmaids because it would have taken up half the wedding party.
So no one in the seats.
Yeah. And then, we didn't do a first dance just did it a little bit differently. It was nice.
Which of the playing group was best on from a guest point of view?
Go recent past players as well.
Yeah, look, JK's a hard one to go past. He was there in full flight.
The photo on his Instagram where I'm guessing the photographer said, look beautiful or look pretty.
Yeah.
And JK's pose is a belter.
Yeah, cracking.
He's got the hip lean and it's a ripper, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was good fun. So all I can say though with married life, not much changes apart from they get about 10-15% bossier and that's about it.
Yeah, is this the biggest load of all time? Like all I hear from guys that are married, mate, your life's going to change. Mate, how does it change? Everything's pretty much the same. No. I pay for everything. My life will be the exact same anyway.
Yeah, no, the only thing that changes is your bank account's just looking a bit lighter on.
Wasn't who used the photo of your engagement announcement with you looking like the wild man with your kid off, with your shirt off? Was that the club or was that you?
Oh, I think I'll put something up.
You thought you'd go with the shirtless number?
Oh, well, I did it in the backyard in my bathers, and she was in her bathers, so it looked like we were both naked in the photo.
I don't want to ask where you pulled the ring from then.
That is so out of character for you as well to be posting a photo with you come off shoulder surgery in the offie, so the rig wasn't in career best either.
No, it wasn't in career best, mate.
Wouldn't be hard though.
No, it wouldn't be hard.
I wanted to ask, like, what wedding song would be played where no matter what you're doing, so you could be performing CPR on someone, or like someone's on fire. It's like there's a song being played. It's my jam. I got to go.
No.
There's no song that would do it.
Well, not wedding. Nah. I mean, nah.
All right.
Dommy?
For what?
If a song came on at a wedding and like it was just
question.
no matter what, it's like, oh, I have to get to the dance floor. This is kind of my jam.
Yeah, that was Wagon Wheel was that for us. That's when we were up on everyone's shoulders. So that was good fun. But the DJ actually did a pretty good job. Every time everybody like thought about leaving the dance floor, he'd just play another banger. So I reckon they purposely have like 5 or 6 up their sleeve that are their go-tos if people start leaving.
I think you're on the money. All right, now, depressing topic, pre-season. Talk to me about this ankle injury. You've done it before, so I'm sure you've got the story really down pat now.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Brightside. That's the one.
Oh, yeah. That's
you were just drawing blanks.
Yeah,
right?
I was drawing blanks. Mr. Brightside's a cracker.
You seem like a bit of a Jack Rewalt fan. So
Yeah. Sorry, mate. Back to your pre-season. Talk us through it.
So talk ankle.
Yeah, mate. Frustrating year. I did the whole of pre-season and How'd you run your 2K and how were the fitness levels? Yeah, mate, I did PB 2K this year. Not that necessarily is a be-all and end-all, but I thought I was in good condition to be well placed for a good pre-season, and I did that, and then first scratchy against Freo, somebody come down and landed on my ankle, so snapped my 3 ligaments, which is your syndesmosis, and surgery. Moon boot for 8 weeks, and then come back, played the 1 game and had stress related stuff there, so I needed to be shut down. So one and done, mate, and bit frustrating. The frustrating part about it was playing 1 game, that Geelong game, and then
played all right. What, 20 touches or something.
Yeah, but just getting a taste for being back out there and then being done again, it was frustrating because I knew how enjoyable it actually was to be out there playing footy. So frustrating, but, it is what it is. Oscar's in the same position and, Yoey's been there for a couple of years now and, Yeah,
the funny thing was, when you look back at the preseason, a couple of the guys I thought were ripping apart. Like, you were in bloody good nick. Coley was killing it. Campbell Chesser, first year at the club, was fine. I thought I was probably in career best as well.
Yeah.
And then come round 1, none of us are playing at all this year.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny how quickly it can change. And I know preseason sports S&C, whoever out there will be listening to this and completely disagreeing, but it almost felt as if like we got so fit, it just didn't work for us. Like, we were trying so hard to be at our best, and a lot of them, like yourself, all you, Coley, Chess, were all instances where someone's fallen on you or something strange has happened, but it's just frustrating the way it works like that sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of our injuries were you couldn't avoid them. It wasn't through S&C. It was just through pure impact, someone landing on you or something like that. So not the only one, won't be the last.
Did you know how bad it was when you did it? Were you like, this isn't just a normal...
Yeah, I'd never felt that feeling before. Like, it wasn't sore, but it definitely wasn't a rolled ankle.
Yep.
Yeah, so, and then I come to the bench and the doctor sort of pressed on it. He said, is that sore? And I go, that's tender. And he goes, yeah, mate, you've done your Cindy. So, yeah, pretty easy one to pick, I think.
So what was the only other year you did it? Was it 2016 where you didn't get a good run at it? What did you do in 2016 to yourself?
Mate, I had...
it was a pec, wasn't it?
Nah, so I had meniscus taken out of my knee in 2016 in the pre-season. Started in the waffle and then I tore my pec in the waffle. First game back in the waffle. Reaching out to tackle someone and,
Just what Cripper did this year?
Yeah, what Cripper did this year. Yeah, you just sort of put your arm out in a vulnerable position and it just doesn't take much to actually tear it. And you should hear the noise of it as well when everyone around can hear the pec tear. It's a real strange one.
They say it's one of the more painful ones to do as well, Oz. I don't know if you've heard that.
Yeah, Cripper looked bloody sore. Like this year when I saw Cripper, like Cripper's pretty tough and he was whinging hard and it looked like bad. And like his chest almost looked disfigured. You're like, oh man, he's done something right off here.
Yeah. When you're running off and you're not moving that arm.
How many games did you play that year?
Mate, I ended up missing 10 games or something like that and then come back and I played. But, bit underdone and whatnot. The good thing about doing a pec is that you're sort of not running for 2 weeks, but then you can run.
Yeah.
So it's just about getting the strength back, whereas being in a moon boot is a bit more frustrating because you just genuinely can't run.
Yeah.
Would you say the only downside of it is like it's all pain tolerance? So like you almost feel like you're weak for not coming back earlier. Like, because I think Cripper came back earlier than what he probably should of his diagnosis. And it's like you cop a couple of bad hits, you're like, oh man, this isn't quite ready. Is that the tough one with a pec as well? Like knowing when the right time to come back is?
Yeah, I think the way that the surgeon sort of puts your pec back together though, he does big screws and screws your tendon back in. So it's very, very hard to tear again. So it is very much pain guided once the operation's done.
Now, mate, not only have we shared not playing a game this year, something at the end of last year.
I've played one.
Oh, sorry. You played one. I haven't. We've shared one other thing it was actually the end of last year. Do you know what that was?
No.
We both made our debut at the Brownlow Medal last year, didn't we? How'd you enjoy that, mate? Your shoulder was in a sling there. Was that just post your shoulder surgery or?
Yeah, post shoulder surgery. I was still in a sling, so I was a bit sore. To be honest, I didn't really want to be there that night, but I always wanted. I always.
This is Oscar's crowning achievement.
I know.
And you just shrugged it off.
Look, I always wanted to go to a Brownlow Medal. I don't want to go to a Brownlow Medal every year, but I thought that I got invited. It's in Perth. This is my 1 year to go, so
it was a good one to tick off, right? Like,
yeah, been to a Brownlow Medal, but won't rush back.
No,
yeah. With all of the horrible time off the park, you put some of your time to good use, though, Dom. So you started your Dom's 4 Get 400 challenge for brain cancer awareness and donations in May, and you've enlisted the help of TB, Boots, Cripper, and Reddo. Now, what did they have to achieve and how was all of that process done?
Yeah, so Charlie Teo Foundation, basically he's a brain surgeon and, he started up a foundation to raise money to get more research and more funding going into brain cancer. So my mother-in-law got diagnosed last year with brain cancer, so decided to raise some money this year and had to come up with a challenge, and because I was in rehab and couldn't run, I thought I'd stitch a few of the boys up to do 100 Ks in a month. So
this is while playing, right?
While playing, training. The boys are wearing GPS everywhere they go. So, all included training, game day, all of that. So
I was about to ask you if you could name the 4 in order, but you're already looking at the sheet, right?
Yeah. Do you know the order of which the 4 boys, who did the most and who did the least?
Yeah.
Go on.
Redden.
Yeah. Do you know roughly how many Ks he would have done?
Redden's done like 100 and did he do like 110-ish?
Slightly more.
Pretty close, yeah. Pretty close.
Yeah. And then it was Cripps.
Yep.
And then it was TB.
Did that surprise you? Did you think Cripps would win it?
Redden's just he's a grinder, mate. You
can say plotter. That's all right.
Yeah. He's a plotter. He just does it. He just does everything. Doesn't miss a drill. That sort of person. So, I thought Cripper still would have taken it, but no, unfortunately not. And then Boots was appalling, mate. So the only reason I picked Boots is because I wanted him, because he never trains or anything, so I wanted him to like get on the track a bit more and see if I can like push him.
It's a carrot for Boots.
Or if I don't push him, then I find him out. Everyone finds him out.
Didn't he flick a little string like after the first week of it as well? Because obviously a 4-week cycle. I'm pretty sure he played the first week and nicked a string, so he was just like battling away in rehab with his GPS on.
So to do with Boots, he put in 79 Ks, and one of the comments on Dommy's Instagram was from a past player. He said, "When you do nothing on the group assignment and still get an A." Who said that, Oz?
Was it Scully?
No, but it's a Scully comment. No, it was Fraser McInnes that came out with
Big
that one.
horse.
Yeah.
Good on horse.
Very good.
Sniped him.
How do you go watching the boys play? Because I'm shocking at it, so I've tried to get involved. How do you handle it? What are you doing? Do you like going to the game, rather watch it at home? What's your vibe with watching footy?
I like going to the... Look, I think it's a good mix of going to the game once a week and then watching on TV once a week, because you can go around one of the boys' house and all watch it together, or then the next week all be at the game around the atmosphere and the coaches and stuff like that. But it's hard. This is my first year where I've missed a full year of footy and basically been ruled out from the middle of the year, said you're not playing again. It's hard to stay involved and stay connected. But, if the boys are winning, you love that winning feeling and you want to be out there with them. And if the boys are losing, all you want to do is be out there trying to help them and having some form of input. So it's hard either way.
Yeah, either way, it sucks to not play.
Either way, it sucks, mate.
142 games. Are they enlisting your help to, I don't know, do some coaching, do some tidbits during the game like old mate is with a laptop? Or they're saying, mate, you just stay away and support with your pom-poms?
Yeah, no, just support with the pom-poms at the moment, mate. So I'll have my input in the sort of mid-meeting and stuff like that. But I'm not doing any sort of coding or sitting on the bench or
he does it behind
like
closed doors, and I just like my face being on the telly. I like people talking about me.
Mate,
so
when Simo's down there, you get that much coverage.
I know, I love it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
All right, so the great man, a long-time teammate of yours, JK, announcing his retirement. What were your thoughts when all of the unveiling and the announcement came about?
Mate, that was it was expected. So obviously last home game of the year, you sort of spoke about that for a few weeks now. But mate, that's by far the biggest retirement I've ever been a part of. And my God, didn't he lap it up as well, JK? It was good on him.
How's the centre wing handshake? I think there must have been the first Adelaide bloke must have been like CEO or GM, like some big dog, and then he's like, I'm looking down the line here of 20 trainers and physios, and he's like, can't pull out, shakes hands and all these. Never seen him before, and he's alive until he gets to play. The club did a bloody good job of it though. Hey?
Oh, mate,
I think the club nailed it this week.
The club nailed it, and I was actually talking to Bunga in the change rooms before, and I said, geez, how big was that week for JK's retirement week? Like, imagine you, mate, you've actually played 300 games. What's your retirement going to be like?
What, in 10 years?
Bunga just sits there and goes, nobody cares about us backmen, mate.
Typical bum.
Silking it up. But no, he went out in the right way. I don't, obviously the 4 points would have been nice, but everything else around it, I think the club nailed, and so did he.
Let's go to some questions. Jess Bowles wants to know who's having the biggest crack at John Worsfold. Who's going to have the biggest crack at John Worsfold medal? Now, you'd have to think Josh Kennedy's probably at the front of that pack. Who's going to be right there behind him?
Oh, I think there's I think Tommy Cole's probably got the
he was pretty good at it.
Yeah, he goes harder, and he knows he won't be up on stage. But I keep
It's a good place to be.
I keep wording him up, saying like, "Mate, I reckon you're a chance for best club."
Yeah,
medal."
yeah. Just get him nervous all
Something
night.
like that.
It's funny, like the guys. It's funny when the guys think they're a sniff to like get a medal, so they staying half sober, and they don't get it, and they're just like completely right themselves. I was like, this like,
and they go bang. No, we've got a good table, so I think maybe Gov, Tommy Cole, myself, all probably won't be up on stage, and we're on the same table. So
fire away. Put your table.
Who's your tips for give me winner, runner up, and best clubman?
Winner TB. He's had a bloody outstanding year. So I think he'd be winning it by country mile quite comfortably, actually.
Yep.
Bunga, although Bunga's missed 5 games.
I looked through the.
Yeah.
I reckon Redo might nick TB personally, just because ours is so based on if you play every week.
Yeah.
So it'll be TB Redo, and then.
I don't reckon Redo's getting. I don't reckon Redo will get runner up.
What?
I reckon he would be third.
See, this is the thing is TB wins it, but second to fifth, no one knows. So, it could be TK. TK's played a lot of footy.
It was just Bung will be in the top 5.
Bung will be top 5. Even Gaffy's been...
JD's only missed 1 game.
He's been on the park, so...
We were saying it was going to be one of the tightest finishes ever, or in recent memory, until TB just had the second half of all second halves.
Yeah.
Second to 5 will be tight, though, I reckon.
Right. All right. Fan questions. I'm going to get you out of here, Tommy. So thank you to everyone that sent them in. There were so many questions about Dom and the kick and the 2018 grand final. I watched Will Schofield and Backchat 2.0. They do a magnificent segment on it. Dommy talks until he's blue in the face, gets every question around the sun. Go just type in Sheed Backchat on YouTube and you got 20 minutes. All the best. Have an absolute ball. We're not going to get him to go over old terrain here. So let me go with Life of Saz09. What advice would you give your younger self?
My younger self?
Yeah.
Enjoy hair while you've got it.
Yeah.
Mate, because when I went back and looked at the 2016 vision, being like, why was he out? Oh, it was looking good. The hair was looking real good in 2016.
I'm thinking of bringing it back as well on a side.
Really? Do it. Yeah, do it. Bloody oath.
But younger self, that's a great question. Work probably a bit harder as a younger self. Coming into the system, I was a sort of a first round draft pick and, I thought I was probably a bit better than what I was. So I probably lacked that professionalism and that work ethic. So I had to really work my backside off to get to a point where it's AFL standard. So being able to adapt to that quicker, I think I would have got a lot more games under my belt early days.
I like it. I've got one from Olivia Bond. Post-footy, will you ever return to Kalgoorlie? And I've spoken to you about this. You give us the answer. Would you ever go back to Cal, mate? You've got the keys to the city.
Yeah, I've got the keys to the city. But look,
Thomas Jordan wants to know if you've done anything with those keys, by the way. Have you invoked any of the rules?
No, I haven't yet. I haven't.
Didn't
But
walk your goat through town?
The boys on footy trip in Kalgoorlie were on Gumtree trying to find a goat to buy. So, look, I love Kalgoorlie. It's a great place, great community, and I'd love to raise kids there one day, knowing the childhood that I had. But that's one you'll have to sort of get past my wife first, which will be an extremely difficult one. I've actually planted the seed a few times and it's been shut down. But, we've got our life in Perth now and a lot going on here. So it'd be a long way away if that was the case.
Adam wants to know who your favourite Eagles player was back in the day, whether it be 90s or early 1000s maybe?
Yeah, I love the 06 boys. Yeah.
How old were you in 06? Ish?
Mate, I was...
Do the math.
I was year 6. How old are you in year 6?
What year were you born?
I was, 11.
Yeah.
10 or 11.
Yeah, 11. So, yeah, the 06 boys, and I was a midfielder, so I loved the Cuzzy, Emily, Kerr, Judd. That was an elite midfield.
Makes sense.
You rate your own cooking. I know this. And why Yells Mania? What are some of the best thermo dishes you're whipping up? Because there was a heavy social media influence of thermo. Probably 6 months ago now. What are you cooking up at the moment with it, mate? Or was that just a cash grab and that's gone to the background?
No.
Looked like one of the more expensive ones too. Top end thermo.
Been. I'm not sure how much you paid for it.
The thermo's a great machine.
Yeah.
It's good because it takes the thinking out of cooking. And it takes a skill out of it. So, like, if you want to do your whole weeks of shopping, you type in 5 meals and it'll pump out a shopping list for you. And you just, it's just so easy. You don't even have to think about it.
Clip this and send this to Thermomix. It's a great advertising.
What I use it for a lot is like frozen margaritas and cocktails.
Come on.
It'll be baby food purees in the future. So make the most of your cocktails while you can. Josh Naden, because obviously Josh Naden wrote in. He wants to know because you're doing a few pub tours with Scully and you're going on the speaking tours. Rehashing old grand final stuff
with Mousy.
Oh, there's a little bit going on.
Yeah.
Here.
So how do you find those nights? In all honesty. How many times have you had to listen to Scully prattle on about his run down the middle of the ground that won you the game, and how many more you got in the future?
Yeah, look, I had to listen to Scully say that again on the weekend, so it's getting a bit old, isn't it? But look, I enjoy him. It gets me out in the community and telling our story, and meeting different people. So it's it's definitely interesting, but it keeps me busy at the same time. So. There's no reason sort of not to do them.
Speaking of, what's this sheet electrical jumper you got going on here?
That's a family business, mate. So Dad's had this for about 35, 40 years and my brother sort of runs a business now. So that's something which is in Kalgoorlie and in Perth. So I'll be involved with them in the future when I leave the game. So I will be spending a bit of time in Kalgoorlie going back and forth, hopefully in the future.
Sheet electrical, get around it.
We've got one from Jared. He says, what's your favourite memory of JK off field? Obviously, he's done a lot of good stuff on field. Off field, probably even more good stuff. Talk to me about something that sticks in your mind.
Oh, off the field. Do you have one?
Yeah, my favourite one, and we mentioned it on last week's back chat up coast to coast with JK. Go and listen to it if you haven't yet. It was at Footy Trip this year. And when he had his eyes closed and he had his glasses on, he was dancing at the back of the nightclub and he just wasn't moving and people would just come and bring him drinks. And then eventually, someone's lifted off his glasses to take a photo of them. He's just sleep dancing. Do you remember that?
Yeah, look.
And now our group chat's named after it.
Nah, he goes hard, but there's no one particular one, and I don't know what sort of audience this Coast to Coast brings in. So I'll just keep it PG.
Smart.
What have you learnt this year from missing an entire year of footy, Dom? Like whether it be something about yourself or a skill that you've kind of picked up with your downtime, or something of how to handle your rest, recovery, rehab, or something you might have gained the knowledge of in this period?
For me, it's probably how important it is to make sure that you find something off field, or you find happiness in a different way. Like I love training and I love playing footy, but I found that when that was taken away from me, it was a bit like, well, I need to find a way to sort of stay happy and upbeat. So I've had to find different things, different hobbies. I got to spend a lot of time with family got a lot of time off to spend time with family. So that was good. That was something that I really enjoyed. But just probably the realisation that footy isn't everything and that it's going to end at some point. So that I need to sort of prepare for that because it happens to everyone. But I've never missed a full season of footy in my life before. So there are a few different emotions going on, mate.
Well said. That's all she wrote.
It is. That's some genuine real talk. Well done, mate.
I like it. Dommy, I know you got lost coming here, but appreciate your time and you are welcome back anytime. So appreciate it, mate. All the best for next year's build in 2023.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate.
See you in another 9 years.